The universe of Silent Hill is renowned as one of the darkest and most psychologically disturbing realms in fiction. At its core lies the enigmatic town of Silent Hill, a fog-covered, abandoned place that serves as both a profound psychological prison and a nightmarish dimension. Unique to the town is its ability to manifest the deepest fears, regrets, and traumas of those who wander its streets. It morphs into a personal hell, sculpted by the psyche of its inhabitants. Within its mist-laden streets, grotesque monsters lurk, manifestations of guilt and suffering. Figures like Pyramid Head emerge, physical embodiments of torment, relentlessly stalking those who dare to enter. Here, the line between the real and the supernatural is shrouded in ambiguity. To some, Silent Hill is a cursed domain where souls are trapped, while others see it as a form of purgatory where individuals are forced to confront the sins of their past. An essential and terrifying component of this universe is the Order, a fanatical cult devoted to worshiping an ancient deity. They conduct distressing rituals to summon their god into reality. However, the most horrifying aspect of Silent Hill is not the menacing creatures that roam its streets. It's the psychological horror that gnaws at the hearts and minds of the characters. Each individual, upon entering, is ensnared in a cyclical torment, repeatedly reliving their worst nightmares. Whether driven by guilt, grief, or fear, Silent Hill inevitably shatters those who venture within, leaving them altered in ways they could never have imagined. Continuing down our list, we find ourselves within the universe of The Witcher, a brutal medieval landscape rife with monsters, magic, and continuous turmoil. This realm is a chaotic swirl of political machinations, where kingdoms vie for supremacy while supernatural beings roam unchecked. Central to this world are the Witchers, mutated, emotionally distant warriors trained to hunt creatures that prey upon humanity. Figures like Geralt of Rivia embody the struggle to uphold humanity against the tide of darkness. Magic in The Witcher is both a formidable ally and a perilous weapon. It's often wielded by sorcerers who manipulate events behind the curtains of power, further complicating an already tumultuous landscape. The northern kingdoms are perpetually at odds with the encroaching Nilfgaardian Empire, as whispers of betrayal and corruption snake through the cobbled streets. Behind this facade of unrest looms existential threats like the Wild Hunt, phantoms of devastation threatening to consume entire realms. The average citizen lives under a relentless shadow, beset by monsters, marauding bandits, and the ravages of war. While the Witchers serve as glimpses of hope in an otherwise grim existence, the rural populace is often left to confront the abyss alone, struggling through toil and suffering with scant hope of reprieve. Next, we are drawn into the unsettling universe of Bloodborne, a haunting realm where science has wedded itself to religious belief, birthing horrors beyond comprehension. The city of Yharnam was once esteemed for its miraculous blood-based healing abilities. However, the healing church conceals a horrific secret. Their quest for healing has inadvertently unleashed a plague, transforming the populace into monstrous beasts, drowning the city in madness. Beneath Yharnam lies a truth so dark that it could shatter the sanity of mere mortals. Long ago, an ancient civilization known as the Thumerians stumbled upon forbidden knowledge. That of the Great Ones, cosmic entities far beyond human grasp. Their obsession with ascension drove the healing church to conduct blasphemous experiments, seeking to commune with these eldritch beings. This folly plunged the city into a nightmarish abyss, where hunters are summoned to cleanse the taint of nightmares and unveil the chilling truth behind the affliction. In stark contrast, we arrive at the realm of doom, where the price of ambition has birthed an unholy pandemonium. The narrative begins on Mars, within the confines of the Union Aerospace Corporation's quest for power, which ultimately opened Hell's gates through their pursuit of Argent energy, an inexhaustible source derived directly from the depths of Hell itself. As Hell's denizens spill forth, a lone warrior, the Doomslayer, finds himself embroiled in this cataclysm, a relentless force determined to eradicate the infernal invaders. The Doom universe is an all-consuming conflict, inviting players into a visceral experience defined by high-octane action and the relentless struggle against legions of demonic horrors. From the corrosive pits of the underworld to the bleak corridors of shattered facilities, every encounter is a reminder of humanity's folly and the annihilation that follows unchecked ambition. The Slayer's journey is an indictment of mankind's insatiable thirst for power, where the only reprieve lies in absolute destruction. Our journey continues with the haunting implications embodied within the universe of Berserk, a tale rooted in unending suffering and existential despair. Set in a melee-ravaged world defined by visceral horror, it chronicles the life of Guts, a lone warrior burdened by fate's unyielding grasp. Berserk exudes a palpable heaviness, exploring themes of brutality and the human condition under the guise of dark fantasy. In this tumultuous landscape, monstrous creatures known as apostles stalk the lands, drawn from the depths of evil and despair. Operating as puppets of a cruel fate, they reflect the darkness that festers within humanity in times of desperation. At its core, Berserk wrestles with the idea of fate versus free will, depicting a universe where suffering is not just a byproduct of existence, but a central tenet holding every character's life hostage. From the stark reality of Guts' toils to the perils of companionship, this narrative forces its audience to confront an abyss, asking if meaning can flourish in a world steeped in violence and despair. Venturing into the intricate layers of the Matrix universe, we find ourselves in a staggering reality where existence itself is questioned and manipulated. The setting revolves around a dystopian world, a simulated reality created to subjugate humanity through psychological enslavement. The narrative poses a chilling question. What if we are nothing but puppets in an elaborate system designed to control and siphon our essence? The protagonists, led by Neo, stumble upon the truth. The revelation that reality is an illusion cast to cloak the sinister machinations of the machines. The Matrix intricately weaves a narrative with philosophical doom, posing questions about autonomy, existence, and the often invisible chains that bind humanity in servitude. This universe is a chaotic collage of action and profound existential inquiry, forcing its characters and the audience to reflect on the price of ignorance and the pursuit of liberation. The war against the machines rages within and beyond the digital expanse, underscoring the notion that breaking free from our confines might require facing our deepest fears. In a sharp pivot, we arrive at the universe of Resident Evil, a tale of survival set against a world transformed by corporate greed. Here, the Umbrella Corporation plays God with bioengineering, unleashing viruses that transform citizens into grotesque monsters and plunge society into utter decay. The environment is a foreboding landscape of abandoned buildings, overgrown with the remnants of normalcy now shrouded in horror. Throughout this pandemonium, familiar protagonists like Leon Kennedy and Jill Valentine navigate a suffocating atmosphere of dread and despair, fighting both the undead and the embodiment of corporate malfeasance. The horror extends beyond physical threats. It's an exploration of the moral implications of scientific exploration, questioning whether humanity can maintain its essence when wielding the very tools that could spell its annihilation. The tension grips the audience, presenting a stark reminder of the fragility of civilization when confronted with the consequences of unbridled ambition and ethical neglect. Finally, we delve into the nerve-wracking tension experienced in the Attack on Titan universe, a harsh world where humanity is ensnared within massive walls, staving off the menace of colossal, horrifying titans. This unique narrative intricately intertwines themes of political manipulation, cycles of violence, and moral ambiguity. As the layers of the world unfold, shocking truths emerge that challenge the very notion of humanity's existence. The protagonist, Eren Yeager, fights against the invading titans, unearthing truths that transcend mere survival. The conflict escalates, revealing the moral ambiguity of both the oppressor and the oppressed. Attack on Titan is more than just a tale of survival horror. It scrutinizes the depths of human despair and the lengths individuals will go to preserve their humanity amidst darkness and betrayal. In this unforgiving realm of despair, loss, and the cycle of retaliation, Attack on Titan stands as a striking commentary on the nature of humanity within a brutal world. Each character faces their inner demons while trying to come to grips with broader socio-political ramifications, reminding the audience that within the darkest of narratives lies a reflection of our own reality. And for a bonus, if we're talking about the darkest universes in fiction, we can't end the discussion without mentioning the undisputed champion of Grimdark. Warhammer 40,000 is the ultimate thematic closer for this list. The Warhammer 40k universe is legendary for being unrelentingly grim, with a massive fandom and an atmosphere that fits your tone perfectly. It's a universe of galactic-scale conflict where humanity, teetering on the edge of extinction, is ruled by a decaying fascist imperium that burns heretics, battles monstrous aliens, and worships a crippled emperor. This is a universe where hope is a luxury no one can afford, and compassion is a weakness that will get you killed. It's a setting where every victory is a Pyrrhic one, and every day is a struggle just to survive. This is the very definition of a dark universe, and it's captured by its iconic tagline, "In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war." Across these universes, each tale captures glimpses into the darker facets of existence, offering harrowing reflections of humanity's struggles against enveloping shadows. From Silent Hill's psychological terror to the political tragedy of Attack on Titan, these narratives compel us to confront our fears, questioning the very foundations of morality, existence, and the enduring consequences of our choices. Therein lies the allure of these dark universes, each one a mirror held to our own fragilities as we navigate the precarious dance with darkness that defines the human experience. Subscribe to Clearly Fiction for more explainers on the lore you love. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.